Okay, so Wolves lost their final preseason game against UD Las Palmas 3-2 over in Marbella, which, look, the result obviously doesn't mean anything. There's no shame in losing a preseason game. These sort of games are about learning things, right? Especially from a fan's point of view. And I think we could take a lot out of this game. Going into the game when the team lineup came out anyway, the things that interested me was Yerson Mosquera playing a back four. I was interested to see how he could play in a back four because he did well in the prior game in a back five, but it's a very different thing, right? You're more likely to get pressed. So I was interested to see how that would work out. I kind of wanted to see Trincao kind of maybe kick on a little bit and see if Catroni could kind of have a back-to-back game for once, because Catroni has scored goals for Wolves before, but it's never really been consistent performances, right? And of course, if Marcel could handle two back-to-back games, because he's made of glass. And I thought the game started okay. It was a lot quicker tempo from the game, which that happens in preseason. Every game kind of gets a bit quicker. I thought again, Reynate New is our best player. 20-year-old kid playing out of position was been our best player in every game for me so far. Whenever he's been on the pitch, anyway. Neves and Moutinho kind of played their usual midfield two. I'm so bored of this midfield two now. Like, I love both of them, but in the second half when you had Morgan Gibbs White, as much as more, I mean, I'll talk about more about it later. As much as people hate Morgan Gibbs White and think he's rubbish, at least he can carry a ball. At least he takes a risk. Moutinho and Neves, it was just so slow. Like this whole team in the first half just lacked a bit of pace. Trincao's not necessarily a quick guy. Ait Nuri's a left back, and then Catroni and Silva are slow. And yeah, Trincao had a bit of a. Trincao's a weird one for me. It feels like he's overthinking things. I still rate him. I think he'll kick on, hopefully, but I think this is probably his worst game. But I have faith in him. I just feel like this Neves and Moutinho midfield lacks a bit of pace, and Morgan Gibbs White and Dendoncker look better to me. They have more unique roles. Like Dendonker's the destroyer, Morgan Gibbs White is the ball carrier. With Moutinho and Neves, that doesn't really feel like that has those roles are individually defined, especially in a midfield two and a 4-4-2. I thought Jose Sarr was pretty vocal. You could see he was commanding his box. He made some good saves. He's convincing me more every time I watch him that he'll probably be a decent Premier League goalkeeper. Obviously, the two goals that we conceded from Garcia and Peñaranda, no idea who they are, but I think it exposed that high line. That line was very high up the pitch, and when a second division Spanish team are exposing that, it worries me when Jamie Vardy and Patson Daka and Harvey Barnes are going to be running at this back four on the first game of the season. But that is a coaching thing, right? That's the one good thing. All the goals we conceded were kind of just issues that you could see getting solved over time. Obviously, the last goal was just a bad pass back. That just happens, especially when it's a young kid in Hugo Bueno. And these goals are just kind of long balls that worked out. So I think those are coachable things. But yeah, overall, thought the first half was okay, I guess. Midfield two, an issue for me. Mosquera had a really good game in both halves. I thought he looked better in a four, actually, personally. He gives me. I think Wolves fans need to calm down a bit. Like, in the replies, it's just people bigging up Mosquera and like, don't wrong, he was great. He was great. He was. He was amazing. And he was great in this Crew game as well. Sorry, the game against Real Betis. He didn't play against Crew, obviously. By the way, subscribe to the channel, because why not? But the thing is with Mosquera, this is very like, do you know when Dion Sanderson had a good game in the Asia Trophy and everyone was gassing him up? Like, I'm not saying Mosquera is a bad player. I'm sure he'll be amazing, but just calm down a bit. He gives me Eric Bailly vibes. Like really quick, dominant in the air, maybe a bit erratic, but it's exciting and it kind of gives you an extra centre back option where you feel like he's first team ready, which is nice. It's refreshing to just see a new centre back because we've had the same centre backs for about 10 years. Anyway, the second half happened. It was kind of like a five at the back with Marquez, Kilman, and Mosquera. I felt this worked more just because the midfield had defined roles. Luke Cundle kind of was just floating around. I thought Catroni was linking up better than he normally did. That's one issue I had with Catroni. Is he couldn't do the link up stuff that Raul used to do. But he was doing that a bit in this half. There was the back heels with Fabio and Morgan. It was a good goal from Keanu Herver, but there's not really much you can take from it, right? It was just a punt into the box, and it was a good finish. But I thought Morgan Gibbs-White showed what we need. I'm not saying Morgan Gibbs-White is the answer, but we need that type of midfielder, someone that can carry the ball and take a risk. And he is frustrating. He gives the ball away a lot. And I get that it's annoying, but you need that. Maybe we need a more refined version of that, someone that's going to give the ball away less, but also take those risks and also dribble a bit. But I think he's the sort of midfielder we need. Also, we conceded the third goal in this game. It was just a bad back pass from Hugo Bueno. No worries about that. That's just something that's an individual error. It happened, you know. And then the second goal was again a great long ball from your boy Yerson Mosquera. Good finish from Morgan Gibbs-White. Something that we kind of want to see on a regular. He's done this before. He did this against Man City and in the Asia Trophy. I remember he scored like a 30-yard curler from the edge of the box. We want to see this regularly in the Premier League, right? But good signs from Morgan. I thought Keanu Hoever as well. Keanu Hoever's a weird one because last season I thought he did all the short passing right, but he couldn't cross to save his life. In this game, he put so many good crosses in. No one was really getting on the end of them, but every time he got the ball, he gave it away. It was weird. Like all the simple stuff he was doing wrong, but his crossing seemed a lot better, which I suppose is a good thing. But I really like Keanu Hoever. I don't think there's much of a drop off to him and Semedo. That's not a dig at Semedo, by the way. I just really rate Keanu Hoever. But yeah, overall, I thought we learnt some things. The Yerson Mosquera fan club is going to kick on. Morgan Gibbs-White had a good game, and I think the issues are there to be seen. Just probably need a bit more pace in the side up front. Need a ball carrier in midfield, and kind of just need to fix that high line a bit, or at least refine it anyway with better talent. But thanks for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel because why not? Like the video, and yeah, peace.